Well, praise the Lord, hallelujah, and thank you, Jesus. It's around that time right here on KAZ Radio, where I have one of my most hottest and most favorite and one of my most long-standing shows, none other than What's Going On with Lady D and the Anomaly. Wherever, see, he's an anomaly. He's not even there. He skipped out on me. And the Anomaly, Sir John. How are you guys doing today?
Just, yeah, you know what? I'm doing just awesome. And when you said one of your longest standing shows, we actually have an anniversary.
What?
And it is coming up the month of October.
Wow.
Yeah, it'll be 2 years.
2 years.
2 years, wow.
Awesome.
That is just amazing.
Yes,
I
it
mean, we've been going 2 years strong, and that's pretty good.
Yeah,
We've had a lot of great guests on our show, too.
a lot.
Yes.
Yeah, a lot of great guests. I had the opportunity when I went to see the play Fences
Okay.
over at Kirmu House, and you really need to get out and see it. They did a really great job.
Powerful.
Yes, yes. And the actors are just awesome. I mean, I really enjoyed the show. It made you laugh, and it brought out a lot of things and struggles that our people of color had to go through in those days, and trying to bring their family and survive.
Right.
So, but the actors did a really terrific job, and I'm looking forward to bringing them on next week.
Okay.
So they'll be joining us next week.
Okay.
And matter of fact, Yvonne Pointer, her granddaughter, she plays the little girl in the play, and she does a great job too. Yeah, so that's really awesome to give her that experience starting now, in acting. So I
Sure.
think she's going to be a great actress. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. So the weather here is just gorgeous. Another wonderful Sunday.
Yeah.
Can't ask for anything more
All
than
we can
that.
do is on.
All right. So and I hear we got the brownies.
This be beyond December.
What's that?
I hope it keeps going on
Oh yeah,
up to December.
yeah, yeah. So I hear
I'm
we
not a
got
fan
the
of a white Christmas.
no.
No.
Yeah, me either. It can snow in February.
It
I mean,
always snows in February.
well, I mean, there has
That's
been
the
some.
one guarantee.
Yeah, well, there's some winters. Well, really, I'm not going to complain because we've had some great winters.
Yeah.
We may get a lot of snow and then
In February.
it, rains or whatever and clean up for a few days before we get hit again. So it really hasn't been that bad, So I'm not going to complain about that.
I am. No snow.
No snow? Yeah, okay. Well, I'm a winter baby. I was born in January, so there it is. But it's not my favorite weather. Yes. And I understand that we got the Cleveland Browns. They're playing today?
Yeah.
All right, go Brownies. So who are they playing?
Out there in Oakland. Yeah, Raiders. Playing the Raiders. Or / Las Vegas Raiders.
Okay, yeah. Okay. No,
Yeah,
wait.
so That's good. That's a good thing. That's a good thing.
Yes. So, what else is going on this weekend besides the Brownies getting beat up?
Huh?
What else is going on this weekend?
They're not going to get beat up.
They're not going to get beat up. You think they're going to win?
Yeah.
Because we've really had some great new ball players playing.
Yeah. And they don't have a defense.
Okay. All right. So, what do you think the score may be today?
I don't know.
What about you, Larry? What you think about the score?
I never think about score. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay.
I never thought about scores.
Okay.
Even though I played in high school and stuff like that.
Okay.
It's just who won.
Who won? That's all that matters is who's winning. I
Who won?
understand. Yes.
Score
Yes.
don't mean a thing.
All right.
It's just a W.
Okay.
That's what matters.
Okay. Well, we are so honored to have a guest here today. And
Hi, Audrey.
Audrey, welcome.
Hey, welcome to me.
Well,
This is a
yes.
great surprise. Thanks, Lady D. John. It is awesome to be here. And Pastor James over there. running
Yes.
Technology.
Yes.
Right.
Yes, we're all in one happy building now.
Absolutely. I'm real excited.
You like being
Awesome.
here?
Oh, yes, definitely.
Yeah, it's a
Yes.
beautiful building.
It is.
Yes.
It's right in the heart of the health tech corridor. And technology is awesome.
Yeah, because I went to the luncheon Thursday that they had,
Okay.
and it was very nice, very
Wow.
informative. You know, we have a lot of businesses here located in Midtown Corridor, and it's another part of Cleveland coming back.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Yep, absolutely.
Yes, yes, indeed, yes. And so, if you're not knowing that Audrey Wiggins, she has her own business here in the Midtown Corridor, and it's called Altogether Marketing.
Yes.
So tell us about your business.
Okay, well, Altogether Marketing, we do all things branding and technology for businesses that are already established or new businesses. We like startups. So whatever your branding needs, your branding can be your logo, your business cards, any of the printed or tangible items, but also coming up with the right slogan for your business or your tagline, those kinds of things, and helping you to develop a mission statement. What does your company stand for? How do we put that in words to attract customers? For them. Yes.
Oh,
Great,
wow.
great. And your address, where exactly are you located here?
Okay, 7100 Euclid Avenue.
Where we are right
235. Just, I'm on the other side of that wall, just east of here, just a few yards away
Yeah.
from Cavs Radio TV.
Yes. So we network and we keep it a one happy family. Is that right, Larry? Yes, indeed.
For sure.
How long have you been in business, Audrey?
Well, I've been in business really about 26 years, something on and off, doing different things, but marketing has always been my forte, marketing communications. And just over the years, increasing my skills. I'm a lifelong learner, and so we talked about, logos, which would be a graphic design. There's also web design, and I've also, in the last 8 years, gotten into web TV. So just come to, just developing and just going forward, following the trends. Right, I'll get the words out there, yeah. Exactly.
Yeah, because there's so much to keep up with today, As soon as they come out with one thing, here's something else.
Right.
That's not it anymore. Well, we're doing this, and if you're a techie person, it comes to you naturally.
Yes.
And people like me, I'm not a techie person, so I'm still trying to find my way.
That's okay.
Yes,
That's okay.
yes.
That's why you got someone like Audrey.
Yes, exactly. I could come to you for doing things.
Right,
right. Getting our banner and things like that.
Absolutely.
So, tell me, so are you from this area? Are you from Cleveland?
Yes, I am born and raised in Cleveland, yes.
Okay.
Yes, I'm an Eagle, JFK, sorry, my tall-blooded friends.
Okay, Mighty Eagles. Is
Yes.
that what their slang was? Their slogan was? Well, we were the rebels, okay? John Adam Rebels.
Yes. Actually, I'm an honorary member, honorary rebel, yes.
Okay.
Honorary.
It's from my friend Barbara, yes. Out in Highland Heights, thanks.
Okay,
Or
excellent.
Hills, rather.
Yes. So, if someone was interested in getting in touch with you, how can they, you have a website, they can call you?
Yes, if you go through our website, altogether.biz, so altogether with one L, .biz, and there's a contact form in there. That way they can say a little bit about what they're interested in, what, so if I need to do any pre-research or before I contact them, probably the best way.
Okay,
Yes.
so you do consultations?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
that's good, that's good. Yes.
And like you were saying, you were startups, entrepreneurs, and then established businesses.
Right, exactly.
So
yes.
entrepreneurs, here's a source.
Being a startup business, what would be some of the do's and don'ts?
Okay. Well, if they're starting up, before they see me, they should probably already have their name, or maybe they don't. Maybe they are just at a point of an idea. So if you want to, let's stick with that group right there.
Okay.
So they have an idea of their business, they have the product or the service that they want to provide. So, so at the beginning, from there, they want to come up with, okay, what is the name of the business, and how to sometimes we name the business after ourselves or a family member, or it actually relates to the product or service that we're offering. So decide which is best, to do. And once that's established, then you want to make sure that you register that name with the Secretary of State. So whether you're working with an attorney or you're an accountant to do that, or you're doing it on your own, years ago when I first got started, I did all that on my own.
Okay.
But definitely you reach out to professionals, because they'll be able to, to lead you and guide you with that, as well as getting a tax ID number for your business. And along those lines, between there, they mention like the type of business, you know, whether it's sole, I always want to say solopreneur.
Sole proprietor.
Sole proprietor, right. Sole proprietor, if you're an LLC, or the different types of partnerships, there's different, or S Corps, different business organizations or structures, right, yeah, different types out there. So
Do
you want
you
to make sure you
provide
read up on that.
maybe a network of lawyers that will assist someone if they reach out to you?
Yeah, I can actually I can make referrals. Yes, is that what you meant when on network?
Yeah.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah.
Excellent.
Oh,
Thank
wow.
you.
So-
All in one package.
Is it affordable? Is it expensive to start up your first, getting out here and starting up your own business?
Well, it's going to depend on your product or your service, because sometimes if you're manufacturing something, you're going to need a manufacturing facility to produce your product, or if you're not quite there yet, you have your prototypes, and maybe you have to hire out a small manufacturing firm to produce your product.
Right.
So it just depends on what your product
you're
is.
doing.
Right, yeah.
Okay.
Some businesses you can start for $500 or $5,000. Just
Okay.
depends really on what it is that you're doing.
I see.
Right,
I see.
the product or services that you're offering.
I
Because
see.
you got some shoestrings, and you get out there, you get started, and we're in the age of technology. It's easier, I should say, to start and get that first dollar rolling in there. But be patient though,
Okay.
because
Right.
you plant those seeds today. A lot of times they don't turn over into clients, or prospects for 30, 60, and basically like 60 to 90 days. So you have to be prepared for that wait.
I see.
Yeah.
And
So your consultation fee, is that on a scale? Do you go by where they are, the individual or the team?
Yeah, it's usually just a flat fee. Yeah, flat based on an hourly rate of what we're doing. So those, and then any tangibles, of course, those will be additional because you're paying for those specific hard things. Right.
I see. Well, that's pretty cool. Yeah. And is that marketing is such a competitive
Field.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, do you find yourself, competing heavily with other marketing companies?
Absolutely, yes. Because there's people out there with more experience. There's some that have bigger teams, or it may be corporations that's out there. You may even have I don't know how you want to word it, but this quick pay or
Right.
quick fix type companies, and people do run to those to try to get services, and so you just have to try to be unique and stick to your promises, and networking, word of mouth always helps every type of business. Word of mouth is probably their best customer.
Yes.
Especially starting out. So do great work. Always thinking of not perfection but excellence.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So what you got cooking? What you got going on now? That's
Okay.
exciting.
Well, since we moved into our new location, it's been a long
Yes.
time. I've been in the home office for a long time, so it's exciting. So right now we're still almost in a rebuilding phase as far as getting set up in a physical structure of a commercial spot. So we're just promoting and working on building those packages. What the most exciting things that we're doing right now are the web audits and the social audits, so companies can really find out where they are with their technology, their digital footprint, and giving them suggestions of where they can go from there. So working on those, have those packages ready. And we also do web TV, and we've been doing that for 8 years. So getting that reestablished in our own location, which is very exciting. We've had a lot of support over the years for people, supporting that studio space.
right.
So now we have our own, and that's oh goodness, just grateful. It just makes such a big difference.
Okay.
When you have your own, it's there when you go there. You don't have to worry about setting up and
Things like
it's
that.
just, oh my god, yes,
Packing out,
yes.
taken down, and
Right. Did you break a light, or do we even have lights?
Right. See. And you mentioned something, web audits. What is a web audit?
Okay, so with a web audit, there's 3 different ones that we do. One is like your social audit, which is all your social channels, social media channels. That's one that I'll explain through what they are. Your website
Okay.
is one, and then overall web audit, your digital footprint of how you are showing up on other sites, because there's there's all these algorithms from different SEO,
Right,
search engine media's going on. Right. That your name or your company is pulled into this this directory and this directory. Yeah, of course, Google is the biggest one. And so finding out how you're there, because sometimes we put ourselves there so we know it's there, but other times it's just pulled. You know, it's aggregation of data where everybody is visiting, and you know, you pop up there, as well as similar names that may be out there if someone's copying. So it's good to know what's going on out there. So that's kind of your whole web audit, your digital print. So that would include your website too.
Okay.
And you know, tracking and all your social sites. And if we're just doing your social sites, we look at continuity, what it looks like, kind of stuff you're posting, how often you're posting, how many followers you have on all of them, and you know how and then we make suggestions.
Okay.
And as far as your website, would be the same type of thing. Just looking at your website, how it's set up, the user friendliness of it, you know, being able to navigate. Are you getting the type of feedback back?
You should.
You know, from the information that you're posting out there.
Oh, that's good. So you actually will help someone with their website, and okay. Now, how important is it to have a website? Do you have? Is it a must-need type of thing when you're starting up your business?
Yes, I would say yes. In the older days, or in the previous years, people would go to a Thomas Register, or you're looking you up. I don't know if you remember that. I'm probably dating myself, but everything was in paper form. And you want to find out about the business cranes, and also Better Business Bureau, different things like that. And those Dun & Bradstreet, they still exist, but just in a different format. But people, when you have a website, you know, they want to find, you know, they can go and they can research you, see what you're saying. And they're probably doing a mini audit, you know, seeing, let me Google this name, even though they may have your direct web address, they may just put the name in there and just search it and see what comes up as well. So it's very key that you have a website.
Okay.
Like reviews and things like that your business owner, you probably want to stay up on what people are saying about it.
Right, exactly.
And I know it's important. I've heard you have those keywords so your website can pop up on the first page. Because if it's not on the first page, like you're Googling a business or something, there's so many that in that same format. But if you have the keywords in describing your business or whatever, it will generate and come first. Yeah, because people don't really want to look past the first or two pages when they're looking for something.
Absolutely. So, and the key also, if you're talking about, advertising, marketing, first of all, none of that's guaranteed. Okay, that's an investment of time, you know, and effort. So when a company promises you, I'm going to put you on the first page of Google and you're going to show up, you know, first, that's not going to happen. Okay. That's a long journey, and you just have to keep at it. And sometimes it depends on what they're searching for. You talk about keywords. Say I'm a marketing company, so if marketing is one of my keywords, oh my God, you know, I'm going to be lost in the sea. You know, there's companies that may have been out there longer, they have bigger clients, so their footprint's going to be bigger, so they're going to show up higher up in the results. So you want to, whenever, some part of your keyword should also be your name and the name of your business, not just what you do, you know, and always I talked about being unique. Bringing out the uniqueness in your keywords, and then everything that you're doing, your social sites, it should all have those keywords. Should be
always
right. You should be able to find those same keywords. Not that it's so repetitive or like stale or whatever, but it has to fit in there, because the search engine is, even though it's a computer, it's still an algorithm, and it's trained to look for different words, so they know if it's kind of padded or not padded. So sometimes you want to say, well, write your copy to the search engines, but that copy also needs to be friendly to who's reading it, so they want to be involved in what you're doing, right? So I want that company. So I know so getting back to the search results, but sometimes there may be a company with the same name or similar name. So again, people don't always type in altogether.biz. They may just type altogether marketing or altogether. So there's going to be different things that are going to show up. And so you just have to make sure that you're out there enough, so when those engines search, that you can find, that you will show up closer on the top of those pages. That's really makes a difference. But you can also buy ads. If you just go to when you're searching sometimes, and you see if you're searching a company name, and then at the top of that page, and it'd be 3 or 4 companies where they actually paid to be on that top spot. Okay, so that's, then yours may be up under that.
Wow, interesting. I didn't know that you can actually pay to be up. Well, I guess so. Money talks. Money makes things happen.
Right, yes.
So,
yes.
yeah, wow.
Yeah, so while the internet has created a better or a more level playing field for startups and for small businesses, it's still competition out there from from the corporations, large corporations.
Will pay.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yeah.
Hey, well.
Yeah, but you have the opportunity to be there and be heard. It's just an exciting time to be in business.
Great. And how do you think the business world itself is going as far as here in Cleveland? Because we have so many different businesses, and Cleveland is making such a great comeback. Where do you see your business going in the next 5 years?
Well, I think Cleveland, at one point I wanted to get away, but I think Cleveland is just, I think everybody wants to think, go away, it's going to be better, but you're the same person, right? So it's really going to be the same when you get to the other place.
Right.
But I think Cleveland is on the rise, and I'm excited to be part of Cleveland. A few years ago, I wrote a jingle about, being in Cleveland, having your business in Cleveland. Oh my God, so I've got to get that published,
Yeah.
Somebody hit me up on LinkedIn saying they help, musicians get songs out.
Right.
And I said, well, I have one song, and he goes, well, usually they have an album. I'm like, well, it's more of a jingle than a song.
Yeah. Well, that's branding too, the jingles, because when you see commercials, people wind up singing and humming those little jingles.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
And they do with you.
Yeah.
You know?
Right. So so I'm excited. So I do think this is a great place to. Well, there's the slogan. This was years ago, I think, with Mike White, to live, work, and play.
Okay.
So and to start a business.
Okay.
And I really do. And with this area that we're physically in right now, Midtown Health Tech Quarter. I mean, there's people and organizations who have put in money. They have their time and investment of talent and bringing quality businesses in the area, but also making it friendly for people like you and me.
Right.
To start a business and to have a commercial location where you can grow. Because that's the key. Be in a place where you can grow.
Yeah.
People can find you. You can't do everything from your home office. And I love having a home office. I'm disciplined, at one point my office before, was in the basement when I had a home, and it was, it worked out very well, but at a certain point, you have to be in that commercial space.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
That's a little advice there for entrepreneurs.
Yes. Yeah.
And you gave a location.
Yeah, come join us out here.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really, really changed. Every time I drive down here, I'm amazed.
Yeah, it's exciting. Oh my
is.
goodness, it's exciting. And people want to live here too, not just have their business, really come back to the city.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there's building more apartments, and it's a nice mixture.
Right.
Because it's not it's for families, and we have our retirees, they're
That's a
able
nice
to
mix
live,
zone.
plus you're in the middle, so you're close to everything. You can still go downtown, you can jump on, they still call it RTA, because I haven't been on a bus.
Yes. Oh,
I mean,
Rita.
I haven't been on a bus. I haven't been on one in a long time. Okay, well, sometimes they change
still own
it.
Right.
Because what was it before RTA? They used to call it
CTS.
Charlie
CTS.
Tom and somebody
CTS.
else.
Why are you talking about music? I had to remember that. Somebody told me. I didn't know.
Right. They had a little fun name for it, Charlie T. Tom something.
That's when it was just Cleveland.
That was CTS,
Yeah,
Cleveland
then it
Transit
became
System
county,
or
and
whatever.
then it was regional.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they really broaden everything,
But even with that though, that makes it easy for people to get up and down. Come from one side of the town to the
other.
To the other.
Right.
Yes.
And then you still have the rapid. It's running both ways. That's easy for you once you get off the bus, off the train, you can get on the bus.
Right.
So the connection is there. Yes. Awesome.
One day we'll have a true subway.
Do you think a subway here like New York
Or Chicago.
or Chicago? I mean, what would that do? What's your take on that, Larry? I see you shaking your head over there. How do you
It'll
feel about a
connect.
subway?
They connect more.
And collect more what, John?
gonna connect more communities.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
All right. Well, that's true. That's true.
You know,
So you think Cleveland would have an underground subway?
you got an underground salt mine.
Okay. Salt mine, subway. Why not?
Okay.
Yeah,
right,
why
John.
not? Why not?
Well, that would be interesting. I mean,
you know what I'm saying? And salt mines stretch all the way to Canada and all the way up to Chicago.
but you know, we have our train system that's down here too, off of the lake. Do
Amtrak.
We? Amtrak. Do
But that's
we?
not
Yeah, it's a different type of transit.
right. That's just like you know, national, but not an urban train like Chicago or New York has. We're not that big there.
Oh, like the trams and going to Atlanta and stuff.
Yeah.
Maryland.
You know how you can go like practically everywhere. But
Yeah, they can get
that's
to
in
our
the
business.
future.
But
Exactly.
Yeah.
Get here faster.
Right. Oh, and so we're speaking of that too, is being in this area, the parking. That's always an issue when you're going someplace. Where you're
Yes.
going to park? How much it's going to cost? How far you're not going to have to walk a distance. So having the on-site parking for us, I think is awesome.
Yes.
Yeah.
And that's major.
Good. Yeah.
Yeah, because when you go downtown, it's not too. I mean, you know, we have our parking lots, but it depends on
Garages.
what events that are going on. Parking can be expensive.
Right.
And,
yeah, I have that event parking. Oh my goodness.
You know, a friend of mine was telling me that they parked over at Cleveland State. They have this new kind of parking system where they don't have the meters or something.
Correct. They have the spot. So there's a number on the ground. Say your parking space is 831. There's the pay box. So when you leave out the lot, when you walk out, then you put this all digital. You punch in this parking space that you're in, and you put your money in it. It tells you how much for how long. And if you are there, if you don't come back and get that car before that time's up, you're getting a ticket.
Right.
Yeah, so that's something new, how they've changed the parking.
Yeah,
No
so that's
more just
cool.
putting your quarters in the meters anymore.
Right. And even some meters have, you can swipe your cards.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. So you can swipe your card and put your
Right.
chip in there and...
And go on about your business. Right.
So you want to change most of the meters to
Oh, okay.
because I mean people
Nobody carries cash really no more.
and meters are easy to steal.
Oh, you're getting taking out the quarters and the change.
Yeah.
out. Yeah. And if you figure cars are there all day, in and out, that can add up.
Yeah, it's a lot of money in that thing. So if people just swipe, there's nothing to.
Yeah.
That's it.
Right.
That makes sense,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
I guess that makes
Yeah.
sense, yeah. They can keep a better read calculation.
Yeah, and about parking, how people park, and times and things like that, the flow. Probably hike the prices up though, according to the demographics, but that's
Yeah.
business.
It's all business
For
here.
sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is definitely. Yeah. That's another type of business that can have a parking lot.
So speaking of business and
LeBron, no.
oh no, okay. But speaking about businesses, starting up a business, what would be some of the don'ts? What would it, that you wouldn't recommend doing?
Don't go it alone. That's always good advice.
Don't do it by yourself.
And I don't mean necessarily get a partner, but when you're starting up, like we talked about earlier, as far as getting our name and registration and stuff, I always have a professional or some coach or counselor that you can go to. We have a lot of small business development centers around that you can tap into.
Absolutely.
The Urban League or Cleveland State has one, different places or whatever community.
Right.
People
Different
live in.
neighborhoods have them
Right. Yeah.
to help you and assist you. So that's
Right.
wow.
Yeah. So in that respect, don't go it alone. And yes.
Ask questions.
Right.
Ask questions.
Absolutely.
Ask questions. Yeah.
Use resources that are free.
Yeah.
As much as possible. Absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because you're starting in the beginning, but I don't want you to be like cheap.
No.
Because you do have to invest in
Lawyers
yourself.
aren't cheap.
Right. yeah, definitely.
But they do come in handy.
Yes, and there's different programs even for that. You don't have to spend, come out. You can ask questions without having to, have that meter running, so to speak.
Right.
Yeah, and those are different resources that people can find about as well. for legal services.
That's true.
Yeah,
Like Legal Shield and things like that.
Yeah, Legal Shield is a really good service they have. I know we had a gentleman, he was one of our guests last year on here talking about Legal Shield. And I think it's really wise to have because you just never know when you may need,
Right.
have to use
That
that.
Absolutely.
And, have it right here in the palm of your hand. You can dial up, versus looking because you never expect the unexpected.
Correct. Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. Yeah,
Yeah.
because even we get your lease, I have them look over my lease. Even we came here, there was no extra charge. Yes.
Okay,
Yes,
see,
that
and
was
that's
awesome.
good, yeah. Because it's always the fine print that get people, get you in trouble.
Yes, sir.
Yes. Or, I was sitting talking with a coworker the other day, and it's like we were talking about asking questions. And even with your finances.
Way too many questions. We have a meeting. It's like, okay, what's up there for?
Well, because believe it or
Going
not,
into more than half an hour. You're still talking.
when you're dealing with your finances and your
Right.
money, and you start to get out and take loans, business loans,
Yeah.
True.
things like this, you need to know. So what if I do not? If I can't pay, then what happens?
Right.
And that's so important to know when you can't pay. What are the consequences?
Your limits.
Yes.
Yeah.
Would you recommend, because you see those commercials all the time now on TV for small businesses, where they tell you can get a loan from them. They got people singing and all this stuff.
I would ask a lot of questions and make sure, because it's going to be the terms, that easy money. That
Yeah,
you
it's
get
like
it,
one of
and
those
then-
cash out. You know what I'm talking about? Those cash places or title places.
Yeah.
But there's for small business and there's a $10,000 loan.
Yeah, I saw that start popping up, and I thought, we don't have a means to repay that money before we get it. It's, we can see. I think some businesses could probably go under and just create just terrible
Havoc.
stress. Yeah, I would.
And then you have to watch the interest rates too.
Right, exactly.
Because
exactly.
those interest rates can be really, really up there.
Right.
Really highway robbery.
Yeah, and that commercial or that company, they're out there to fill a need, to fill a void, and of that
Fast
quick,
cash.
easy money. Right. For a small business, we don't have to go through the same scrutiny, as a traditional loan. So we think, well, this is the easier way. And if my advice is if you have the means to repay it, go ahead and take that risk. But try to do it before however interest or what those
Right.
fees
If you have that foundation
would
that
kick
you
in.
can.
Yeah.
Otherwise.
Yeah, because if you're paying back, you get 10,000 and you're paying back 15,000. That's a lot of money.
That is.
That's $5,000 more that could have been
Used for your
invested
business.
in your business.
So it's good to have you a business coach.
Yeah. Yes.
Get
All
your
those kind of
business and
major
business
decisions
coach.
like that. Don't do it. Don't make it on your own.
Don't do it
Because we can
alone.
be, sometimes you can feel like, a desperate situation.
Or in a hurry.
Yes.
In a hurry, and you're getting excited. You want to get out there, but then you need to make sure.
Or you
all
got a
the little-
payroll or something and you're not thinking clearly.
Right. Yeah, because first impression is last impression, and you're gonna compete,
Right.
but you want to have also what your business is to offer good quality, as a service,
Right.
offering good quality and
If you're a
standing
small
by your
business,
name,
yeah.
yeah.
Right, and if you have several products that you want to offer, and it takes money to produce, each one, maybe you start off with one or two or whatever that is and get those going and the revenues coming, then produce the other products. And also that's good for marketing as well. If you have one product, you're doing that well, say, stay tuned, third quarter we're coming out with, the latest, greatest widget that we want to share with you. So, make sure you stay abreast on our social media page or whatever. So that creates an opportunity for promotion.
Yeah, because I look at, I watch some of the advertising that's on television. Burger King, Wendy's, you know, they're very competitive. They come out with a different sandwich. It's the same sandwich.
Yeah.
They add some bacon on it, or they put some special sauce.
Right.
You know, and they give it a name. You know, to keep you still coming back. You have to still keep them wanting to come back.
Yeah,
to
so it's a little different.
bring business back in.
Right, a little different flavor, like we were talking about earlier in the show of competition, and you talking about marketing. There's a whole bunch of marketers out there, doing similar things or the same things. But what are you bringing to the table?
Right.
It's gonna make you stand
Set
out.
you
So there's
aside,
like
yeah.
hundreds of burger places out there, and they're all busy.
Yeah.
So it's a lesson in that. All your soft drinks.
Yes.
At finding your unique niche
Right.
and exploiting it.
Right. Yes. They call it sometimes a USP, unique selling proposition, or yeah. So.
Great. Well, I think this is really great information because what do we call our millennials? The new people, the young adults.
Millennials. Yeah,
What do we
it's a
call
group.
those?
It's a group coming after them.
Okay.
Millennials.
Millennials. Yeah, I was right. Okay, yeah. You know, they're fast.
Like they're from Planet X.
Right, and they're asking questions, and we don't get the benefit of the doubt.
Yeah,
Like you
they're
do.
very, very informed group of people. They research.
Right. Hence that website, having that website out there.
They're stuck to this constantly.
Right.
Well, this here is their communication.
Yes.
You know, this is how they communicate. They don't
Star
really
Trek.
sit around and
That's
talk
what my
anymore.
father says.
You what?
Star Trek.
You start. I'm a
really?
Trekkie.
You know, this is Star Trek or Dick Tracy back in the day. So
Yeah.
I never thought it would come, and here it is.
So that's exciting. I do keep. I have to admit, I am an early adopter for technology. Yeah.
Because it's getting faster. You know, more power. Apple just came out with their new one.
Yeah.
A lot of new stuff on there. You know, get your watch connected to it now.
Now you know
People
that's just too
People
much.
don't even got.
You
They don't
know.
even got watches right
I
now.
know. My
They
boss,
got-
she has a watch
They
that
got Apple.
she talks into her. She, you
Well, wait till the
know,
glasses. Then you don't even need your computer, your PC.
Oh, see, I would get those.
the glasses, walking around with. I mean, but look at all the radiation. What does that? How is that?
What
I don't know if
radiation?
I
that's-
think the research is still ongoing on
radiation?
that. There's a lot of it's a radiation.
It's a lot of radiation in these
your
cell phones.
Well, because they're making them out of graphite. There won't be radiation with the glasses.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
Okay. We've got to
So-
do our research then. John's already done
Okay, so
some
tell us,
research.
since you
John,
know, tell
share.
us about the glasses.
Yeah,
What's
I
up
wanna
with the
know about
glasses?
that.
Well, Google glasses, they already got them.
Well, tell us about them.
Well, it's like your computer in your eye.
Oh, wow.
So you can move stuff over and do on it. It's
Okay,
like
so
having
you're
your
Wait a minute, wait a
laptop
minute. So
right
I'm wearing a pair of glasses.
So you've got the artificial intelligence and in the VR. Yeah.
So right,
Yeah.
so it's all like
Virtual,
combined
virtual reality.
in eyeglasses.
So what do? You blink and it types for you or something?
Right. It's using your eyes, using your hands.
That's a
Because
little
it's
much.
like the virtual. So
Yeah,
you just-
yeah. At first I thought you were talking about something different, but yeah, it's the AI. Yeah, and the virtual.
Right.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
they got those things now that, people put on.
Yeah, it's a big goggles because I went to a chamber meeting and a couple of the companies in the
more
university
doing
had come
that.
out and they did demonstrations. That was exciting.
Really? I
Those
wonder how
kids are
much
good at
something
that.
like that would cost. So, in other
Don't
words,
cost that
well,
much. With
is
some
that
cell phones-
replacing the laptop and the desktop computers then?
Well, that's probably
Not
where
this
it's going. Not at this time, but that's probably where it's going.
But it's really good when you in research or in college campuses, say in oh my goodness, some of the chemistry or biology classes, and they're doing anatomy, and so they have the glasses on, and so they see it it's in here, so in their hands, so they can touch. Okay, well here's the heart, here's the aorta, or different things. I mean,
Oh, okay.
it's really exciting, and
with
so you
these-
can do it like in surgery.
Surgery, right.
Yes, like holograms, something like
is.
this holographic. technology.
Wow.
I know when I was a kid, they were talking about
That's a
3D
good business.
TV.
The bus-
That is a good business. 3D TV, we can make that work, right? But yeah, they've been working on that. I remember when little, when I was a kid, there used to be a video games first came out. It's like on a table, but it was 3D. And it was kind of cheesy 3D because it was like blue or it didn't have many colors. But they're even getting that hologram more and more and more and more.
Wow.
Fine tuning.
Yeah, that's
What
cool.
was changing?
Yeah, because I remember when they first came out with the flat screen TV. When I first saw one,
Oh yeah.
you know, I was like, "Wow, look how clear the picture is." And at that time, it was like $1,200. It was it was a lot of money to have a flat flat screen.
Right.
Yeah, get those now before January.
What, the flat screen?
Yeah.
What's coming out next?
What's coming out behind that?
Well, the tariffs hit really in January.
Oh, the increase?
Yeah, there's the tariffs.
Oh yes. And I started looking at different
'Cause
things
each
that have
business,
made in China and different.
Right.
Yeah.
Businesses buy in January. That's the beginning of the business.
Okay.
And that's when the buyers and purchasers are buying and purchasing. The reason why you don't really have felt the effect at this time when they were putting them on is because they already bought for the year.
I see. Good to know.
So next year things will be expensive, more expensive.
Yeah, that's and our people aren't getting
So
those kind of
Black Friday.
raises on their jobs, to,
Right.
to supplement being able to afford these different items. Because we do import a lot of products. We export as well. So I don't understand why we would have to go back and forth and have these different wars and arguments because it's almost like you're talking about like in Greek mythology or something, and you have the gods with a little g. They're having their battles, but then but we're the people, the countrymen. They're the ones that we're the ones that have the fallout.
Yeah.
Right.
It's
comes
the
to products.
civilians
We
or
pay
the
the price.
citizens who pay the price.
Yeah, we pay the price.
Oh, we're just going through a period where America's it's not number one, and it's going to have to share the podium. And so there's some aspects of our society you don't want to share the podium. And, it's all come down to culture, where we think their way of their Communist Party or whatever is not a democracy, and we're more a democracy. But if you really look at it, the Communist Party in China, it's probably more clear democracy than us. We're a republic. And I think people don't understand that. When people are, we always say we're a democracy. Well, we're not really a democracy. We're a republic. Now, there's forms of democracy in a republic, just as there's forms of oligarchies, dictatorship, and anything else. Socialism and, capitalism in a republic. A republic would use any form to survive or to be better. So we're not just one thing,
Wow.
And that's what I said. I was telling a friend of mine, they're probably more closely to a democracy because even though Xi Jinping, has gained lifetime power, he still has to make compromises. He still has to go. It's a vote on everything he does. Everything. Now, if he has the block to push the vote, then there's a difference. But if you lose that confidence,
Okay.
Yeah,
Wow.
that's interesting.
Yeah.
and China still, just like Russia, still has those elements of their, imperial times or monarchies, and that's how, Mao was able to defeat Chiang Kai-shek and chase him to Taiwan because he made a deal with the brothers and sisters and cousins of the last emperor who controlled the bureaucracies.
Wow.
And that is the deal that's still in effect.
Teach us, John.
So not many people see. There's so much different.
It's intricate.
It is. People think China. Everybody speaks Mandarin. They got like 9 different dialects over there. More than that, I think it's like 18.
Wow.
18 different dialects.
Talking about communication.
Talk about communication.
Yeah.
It's not all the same. I mean, you can go to Beijing and go down to Ganzu, where all of that stuff gets shipped out, is a totally different dialect. They don't speak Mandarin the same or whatever. They have their own language.
Okay.
So they're just as diverse as we are.
That's interesting.
You
Yes,
know?
it is. Yeah.
But it's going to be an interesting year. We'll see after midterm how everything turns out.
Yes. So if you're looking to start a business, start it now.
Yeah,
Don't wait.
because-
Right. This is a perfect time to
Yeah.
start it.
Yes.
Well, you know, we're looking at tax time coming up, and you know,
The new tax bill goes fully in effect in 2019
yes,
Right.
as well. So
Yeah.
that's going
we
to
have
hit
to
you in
remember
January.
those. We have to remember those kind of things. So
Yes.
I'm glad that we started talking about that.
Yeah, because that's going to be a totally different horse with a different animal. So, you know, a lot of business, like you said, don't do it on your own. Reach out to those professionals to help you because
Yes.
there was a lot of changes.
Right, right. And we can't keep up with that kind of stuff. We're trying to run
Right.
a business. So,
yeah, because a lot of
Get
things
clients.
are not going to be written off. You're not going to get those tax
Yes.
credits for, you know, so.
Federal or state. So
Yeah.
you got to find out where, you know.
So, John,
Consider
basically
someone.
you're saying because of the president that's in the White House right now, is that why we're the best time to go in business is because he has stimulated the economy, and the economy is better. Is
No.
that what you're saying?
No,
John?
I'm not. I'm
To
saying
give
that.
to give me an understanding.
This
Is that what
economy-
it sounds like.
Not at all.
No, it's not like I'm just saying
it's
that.
not what I'm saying. I'm saying that what he has done is going to be detrimental in the following year. That's the thing about history.
How is it detrimental?
Hold on, honey.
How is
You
it
didn't let me
detrimental?
finish. In our way
Did you
our
say
government, maybe because
well,
I had this argument before with Lois. Sorry, Lois.
Yes, he said hold on, but it was real quick.
Listen, you gave me the same argument I've had with
So
Lois.
apparently your wife and I have the same
Apparently.
thing.
But like I told her, things don't happen as quick with government as people think. So what you do maybe this year really doesn't go in effect until maybe next year.
Correct.
At the beginning or in the middle or the end. We've been living off of Obama's
Oh
economy.
my goodness.
All they did was take off the brakes that
Oh, my
Obama put on the
goodness.
economy to make sure that it will be a long-lasting economy. That's why they're raising interest rates, because they took off the brakes. So the economy is heating up. It's moving faster. He could have had that 4% back when Obama was in there, but he put the brakes on so inflation wouldn't rise, so that we kept interest rates low, so people can borrow easy. And he was trying to rebuild the housing market and get people to go buy homes and stuff like that. Now, if you notice, the housing market has been cooling down. All this time we've been running 2, 3, 4%. Housing market has been cooling down because interest rates has what? Risen, which makes it also harder for businesses who depend on their credit lines. A lot of banks are not
You know
giving
what?
small businesses credit lines
okay.
or extending them anymore, mainly because of your guy.
Okay.
But what's going to
Now
happen
it's
in
my
2019?
turn. It's
Okay.
my turn.
All right.
Now it's my turn. I'm going to help you understand something. Hopefully, you'll walk away with this little story. It's a little story to help you understand the economy. Okay. There was a man who sold hot dogs, and his hot dogs were absolutely delicious.
Okay.
And as he sat on that corner downtown, everybody in that area would come and buy hot dogs from him every day. He even had a little sign placed a block away, come get these hot dogs. And every day he would sell hot dogs by the hundreds. Okay? He didn't watch the news, he didn't read the newspaper. He was too busy already selling his hot dogs.
Okay.
So his son came to him and said, hey, you know, there's a recession and interest rates are starting to go up and the economy's going to get really bad. This old man was selling hot dogs left and right. But then he thought, maybe my son is right. So he started cutting back on his purchases of hot dogs, thinking if I buy 100 hot dogs this week or today, I won't sell them. So he would only buy 50 hot dogs. Okay? Then he took the little sign down that he had down a block of Oasis. People aren't going to buy any hot dogs because, hey, I'm only selling 50 a day, and people aren't coming down, and so I'm just going to go ahead and take the sign down. Eventually, his hot dog stand went out of business. Okay?
Okay.
And do you know why his hot dog stand went out of business?
Because the way he was thinking.
He listened to a John Breckenridge.
Okay.
Okay? And because he listened to his son, and guess what he said at the end of all of this? My son was right. I'm glad he told me the economy was bad. I'm glad he told me that, things are going to get worse, because look at it. I'm totally out of business.
So whether you think it's good or you think it's bad, you're right.
Exactly. It's
That's
how
what he's
you
saying.
think.
Yeah.
It's how you
That's
think.
how you think.
You could say
You
right
can
now,
say-
you can, John, you
Yeah,
can
now,
say,
you
wait,
say
let me
give
finish.
it a hot dog stand. Now, let me put it this way.
Okay, no.
No.
Referee.
How about this? What if his son would have said? What if his son said, keep on doing what you're doing, but just understand that next year, your hot dog, when you go purchase them wholesale, they're going to be up 100%. But you keep on buying, because people are going to keep on buying them, and you're going to keep on raising the price. You're going to have to pass that price down to your customer, and they will buy it.
Exactly.
I mean, if they're
Exactly.
really a loyal
That's
customer,
my point.
they will buy it. But
my
there will come
point.
a time in that
here he goes.
where that customer will say, it's kind of cheaper for me to make my lunch at home than go to the hot dog stand.
Never, he will say that.
Yes, they do. They
Never,
do it all the
never
time. And
Okay,
they do it all the time.
Audrey already made a point earlier.
They do it all the time.
Audrey already made a point
So
earlier.
you're saying people don't budget.
Audrey made
You
a
say
point.
people don't budget.
Audrey
You say people
made
don't
a
make
point.
a
What was
budget.
Audrey's
People
point?
waste
Thank
their
you.
money.
Let's go
Audrey
back to
said-
Audrey's point.
There's
I didn't
hamburger-
say the economy is getting bad.
There's-
I said
there's hamburgers.
I said those
There's-
tariffs are
Audrey
going to
said,
hit.
I can turn his mic off, and I
Those
can do that.
tariffs are going to
I
hit
have
to-
in January.
Don't do it. Don't do it.
Okay. Now
Don't do it, Larry. Don't do
No
it,
one can
Larry.
hear her. No one can hear her. No one can hear her. All the mics are off but mine, ladies and gentlemen, so you can't even hear him anymore. Audrey said that hamburgers, if there's people are selling hamburgers next door to one another, and guess what? There's tons of people buying hamburgers. And even in a recession, they sell hamburgers. Oh, that's all right. They can't hear him. They can only hear me. They can only hear me. So that's my point, ladies and gentlemen that are listening. Don't listen to John Breckenridge and his gloom and doom report. Believe in yourself. All right, we're back.
Interest rates were low, so things were low, so you could afford them. Under Trump next year, that's not so.
Okay, and as Audrey made a statement,
That's a fact. That's numbers.
can we get that statement of Audrey? What did you say, Audrey?
I
Referee.
don't even remember now. We're going to have to ask, James.
Oh, James. Okay, what was Audrey made this statement?
Ladies and gentlemen, that's Audrey right there. She made a statement about hamburgers. And she said that, hey, saying that competition is good.
Right.
Because McDonald's sells hamburgers. She didn't say McDonald's. Wendy's sells hamburgers. Burger King sells hamburgers. And guess what? There's little mom and pop shops now that are opening up and selling hamburgers.
Right.
But what is it about your hamburger
That makes you-
people want to buy it?
Yes.
And guess what? It's you.
Absolutely.
It's you that
Yes.
make people want to buy your
Yes.
hamburger.
Yes.
Not a president, not a law. It's you. That's
And if
my
it's
point.
Price.
Well, you know what?
That's
Now,
your,
if
that's
it's
your unique
good,
selling proposition.
but you
Right,
know what? But if
right.
it's good,
That's part of your branding.
you don't mind paying for it. It's
right.
just like having a
Alright.
good
Is
service.
that so?
Here.
So when you get your new telephone, this is an Apple. This is made out of special minerals. Special minerals are only found in certain places on this planet.
Africa.
The majority of them, 80% is found in northern China. Congo is also a big place. So is North Korea. So is Siberia. So is Australia. But China has control of 80%. This is in everything we do. Your computers, your cameras, your car, our missiles, our tanks.
See.
So now, hold on. Now, what
Go
if China
ahead.
says all of a sudden, we're just going to cut the United States off? So this would have to be made, your TVs, back in the old days, like with the Zenith and everything. Because we don't have special minerals. We can get them from Australia. But guess who controls a lot of Australians or buy a lot of Australians?
See,
special.
John,
Let me finish.
John's whole point. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I'm about to mute him again. I'm about to mute him again and make this point, ladies and gentlemen. The point that I'm trying to make here today is this, that one thing I love about America is that we have the ability to come up with ways that can circumvent what others try to stop us from doing. Before they could send the man to the moon, someone had to develop the technologies for building the engines, for building the different things. So what I love about America is this. We have the ability. If you try to stop us, we'll come up with a way to make it work without you. That's the beautiful thing about being an American. That's all the inventions and things that came over our country. Other countries didn't give us that technology. Oh, I'm sorry, Audrey. I have your mic off. Let me turn you back on.
5 years.
Hold on.
John, Audrey's talking.
That were made in this country came from foreigners.
Okay, now.
Thank you very much.
All right. Yeah, we have a lot of great minds in these universities.
Yes.
These engineering
Indians,
schools. I mean, I can give a shout out for CSU and Case and some of the other ones.
Okay.
Yes.
So there's always going to be a way. Someone's always thinking and create. Innovation and creativity has never stopped.
Yes.
It started with a thought. And so we will get it.
Absolutely.
Anywhere in the world.
We haven't discovered everything
Right,
yet.
exactly.
And you can never
Thank
give
God.
one person all the controls.
Right.
Okay.
They can try.
Exactly.
You know,
But take it.
Hey, if that's in their country, they have the control of that mineral. That's their mineral. They have the right to
We
sell
got
it
4
to whoever
minutes.
they want to sell it to.
okay, well, we're going to leave that right there.
We'll leave
So
it right
now,
Capitalism?
Great conversation. Wow.
yes. So I guess you all, you've learned something here today, audience.
Yes.
We learned about capitalism. We learned about minerals. We even went across the world and all the different borders.
And we even learned about hot dogs and hamburgers.
Okay.
Yes.
And the point here is, do what's going to make your product stand out better than someone else's. Because if it's good. And when it's good, it's great, and people don't care how much they got to spend for it.
Right.
Some people.
No. And I'm going to go here with this.
I always care about price.
No, well, everybody doesn't. And just like the hair market, women will pay whatever it costs to wear that hair. Okay? We got low-end hair and we got high-end hair. Okay? And believe it or not, they're going to make something for everyone.
Right.
Okay?
And that's my whole point. My whole
It's something
point
there
is
for everyone.
There's so many ways to skin a cat.
That's right.
There's so many ways to skin a cat.
Yes.
And I don't want our audience, I don't want anyone to think just because someone's in office that's going to dictate to you how your business or how your life is going to turn out.
Yes.
Hogwash.
Yes.
Hogwash.
Not dictate, but it influences.
But thought and words have a lot to do with your destiny.
Right.
So you never
As a
give
man
into,
thinketh.
that's right, so shall he be.
Yes.
All right? And you have the control of where you want to go and where you want to be. Never let anyone and anything limit your goal. So with that, the anomaly, I'm just going to have to shut him down. All right. Oh, Lord. Well, listen, our show is going to wrap up here. We want to thank our guest,
Thank you
Audrey,
for
for
having me.
coming on.
Altogether
Audrey,
Marketing.
give them your information again and how they
Okay.
can reach you.
All right, it's Altogether Marketing. Our website is altogether.biz. That's with one L, altogether.biz. And you can find us on all social channels out there, and just look for us and look for our webcast as well of MakeSomethingHappen.tv and the Audrey Wiggins Show. Thank you so much for having me.
And thank you for coming on and being here with what's going on with Lady D and the Sir John Show. And next week we will be bringing some guests.
I sort of like that now.
Oh,
Sir
God.
John. I think I'll take it.
Okay, so we'll just have Lady D and the Anomaly will be back next week. Same time, same place. All right? And this is the home of the what? The Anomaly?
Advertising.
All right.
Take advantage. Take advantage.
And if you want to come on our show and get the anomaly in place, call us at 216-571-2235. We love controversy. Have a great week. All right.